Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ready, Set, and Pop. My name is Mariel, greeting you from the land of the Aztecs, Mexico, and all the way from the beautiful Brazil and the land of the Guaranis or something like that is my friend Lucky
Right.
Glass.
Yeah.
And from Colombia is my friend Mau, who is from the land of, I always forget Mau.
From the chipchas. Yeah, from the
Chipchas.
chipchas.
It's a difficult name. It's not so easy. So well,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Here we are, Mexico, Brazil, and Colombia. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello, friends.
Hello. The
No, hi,
introduction.
Francesca. Yes, my
Hey,
Hi,
intros
Fran.
today.
How
Francis.
are you?
Welcome,
I,
girl.
I need to practice more my intros, but anyway, it's gonna be fun. Today, yes, we are so happy because today's topic is one that I chose, and it's called covers. All about covers. Covers we like, covers we don't like, songs we wish were covered, songs we wish were never covered, and much more. So, it's gonna be fun. We have a lot to talk about today. I gave the guys 7 topics to talk about today. We're gonna,
It is.
give an intro to all. We're not gonna take so long talking about it, so because it's a long list. But
Yes.
we're gonna try to make this informative and fun for you guys. So let's
Yes.
start. Let me check again my list because I always forget. Ha. But I know it's. I told the guys to choose covers that they love, and so did I. So let's start with a song that has been covered too many times, and you love only one version of it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a song that I love. It's my favorite song. My favorite song in the world is "Tell Me How You Feel" by Joy Enriquez. But
Yes.
my favorite Spanish-speaking song is "No Me Platiques Más," which means "Don't Tell Me Anymore." And the original version is from 1954 by Lucho Gatica, but then it was recorded in 1991 by the one and only Luis Miguel for his album Romances. And I gotta say, this song has been covered by many, many singers, but this one by Luis Miguel is a piece of art, darlings. It's wonderful. His vocals are on top. The emotion, it feels like the song is really beautiful. Like, I feel jealous of you even talking to me about your past experiences or even what could have been without me. So it's really beautiful. It's really deep. So for me, it's this version. Did you guys get a chance to listen to this one?
I
Luquitas?
did. I did. Sounds a little old fashioned too much for me, but I understand why you like. I was listening to the lyrics and it's very romantic, like the kind of romance we don't see anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beautiful, yeah. But the sound is like too old fashioned to me, so I don't think I'm gonna be like addicted or something. But of course, it's good. Yeah, in the aspect of music, it's a good song, good
Okay.
voice, everything.
Yeah, it's a bolero song. So bolero is like a genre here in Mexico, made out
Hmm.
of strings and trios and stuff
Yeah,
like that, which sounds a little old, but the
yeah,
song indeed is beautiful. And Luis Miguel got the chance to record to sing the song with the original Lucho Gatica in
oh,
1995. So they did this concert, and Luis Miguel was at his concert and invited Lucho to sing this song, and it was really good. It was really beautiful to see them together. Mao, what did you think?
Actually, Mariel, Luis Miguel is not an artist that I listen so often, so it was
Mhm.
amazing to listen to him again because I remember one of my aunties loved him, and I was listening to this song and I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot how good is Luis Miguel singing," you know? His voice is from another world, so I was like amazed by his voice again because he was an artist that when I was a kid was everywhere. You know, here in Colombia, of course, he was very famous in that moment in the 90s. So it was
Mhm.
amazing to have the opportunity to listen to his music again. So I was like, oh my God, he's really good. I want to revisit some of his songs. because
Yes.
there are some songs that I really love from that moment. So
Mhm.
yes, I think this Luis Miguel is the kind of singer that appropriates of the song that is singing, you know. Even when
Yes.
it's a cover, he's not trying to copy in a way, because of course I listened to the original version by Lucho Gatica, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it is totally different because Luis Miguel is the owner of that version in that moment. He
Yes.
involves and embraces the song with that beautiful gift that is his voice. So I amazed with his talent. He is amazing. I
Oh,
have to
that's so
revisit
great.
his music because he's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, well, I totally recommend you guys to listen to that full album called Romances. It is all full of covers from the 50s, the 60s, or even way back. And he chose to do this song, to record his songs because he was a fan of this music. So he did a
Yes.
great job
Yes.
by the hand of the maestro Armando Manzanero, who is the
Yeah.
producer of this album. Okay,
Beautiful.
so what was your choice, Luquitas?
Okay,
Next.
first I gotta ask, who's in your T-shirt, Mo? I'm trying to see.
It's Whitney.
Okay.
Because there are some Whitney songs today.
Yeah, actually, it's my choice now.
Yes, okay.
Yes, this song that is my first choice is "I Will Always Love You," and the version that I love is Whitney's. Um, it's not the original. The original is by Dolly Parton.
Hmm.
Yes.
Um, but for me, no one ever made justice like Whitney with the song, the passion, the voice. Um, Everything about her version made the song bigger than it was originally. So it's hard not to say that this song is by Whitney. I
Yes.
bet a lot of people really forgot or don't even know about the original one because it's very iconic, like with Whitney. And I saw some artists that I love singing that song, and it's never that good. Like even with Christina Aguilera, that has like powerful vocals, that emotion that we had with Whitney was not there. Like the only person that I heard singing that song and sounded beautiful to me, but not like Whitney, was Kelly Clarkson. I think she's singing it beautifully, but the it's not, there's no comparison, yet with Whitney. So for me, it's the song. Like her version is on top, and there's nothing like it.
Agree. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. You guys, of course, know the song, so
Yes, it's everywhere.
yes, yes. I don't know if you guys agree if it's the best version or something.
I do. I do for sure. I think Whitney gave a special power to this song. I don't think I've ever heard Dolly Parton's version, and I don't
It's
think
very
it's.
different. Yes.
It's
Yeah,
very mellow. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Yes.
like kind of country, So
Yes. It's very
because
romantic them too.
of Dolly Parton, but I think Whitney gave power to the song, the emotion, the vocals on that song are so powerful that even strong vocalists like you mentioned, Luquitas, like Kelly Clarkson or Christina or whoever has huge voice, could do a good job, but not as perfect as Whitney because
Yeah.
she owns that song, like you just said. So
Yes.
for me,
Exactly.
it's a yes.
Yes, what can I say, friend? Of course, you know I love Whitney Houston, and this version is out of this world too. Her
Mhm.
voice is, I can't define her voice. You know, it's like unreal. You know, her
Mhm.
voice is like, oh my God, it's incredible. So, this is the case when cover is so big, even in comparison to the original one, because the two versions are kind of iconic in a way, but of
Yeah.
course Whitney's version is like huge, 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 huge.
Yeah.
Number one, was in a movie, one of the best songs from the 90s.
Yeah.
And this is the
All
case
time for sure.
all time, yes. And this is the case. The Whitney's version is replicated by others, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this is the kind of version like you can listen to Christina, Jennifer Hudson, Jordan Sparks. Everybody is trying to singing in the way Whitney did.
yeah.
You
Actually,
know?
people are covering Whitney. Dolly
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
crazy, but
It's
Dolly's
I
version is beautiful too, Maria. You should listen.
yes,
But
it's
it's
beautiful.
different. It's like
It's
another
different.
whole vibe.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. But yeah, everybody is trying to hit the Whitney notes. And wow, that note that Whitney started in the 90s is still hitting right now. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think no one can ever top that
No,
version.
yeah.
Okay, Mao. Your choice, darling.
Well, I go with another genre in music because in this time I'm not talking about pop music. It's like more salsa and
Mm-hmm.
tropical.
Yeah.
And this song is called Ven Devórame Otra Vez by Lalo Rodriguez. It's the original. There are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of versions. There is a version by Lucero, Mexican singer, amazing. Azúcar Moreno, there is a Spanish duo. Pitingo, there is another singer. But I love my girl Maia, that is from Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
She made something like a tribute to salsa music back in 2021, I think, and she covered this song, and it was like amazing to me because it's a song that I don't know, but maybe salsa is not so strong in Brazil, but I don't know in Mexico, Mariel, because here is very popular that in the parties everybody's dancing
Everywhere.
salsa. Yes, so it's amazing to have a song like that. So I decided to choose this one because Maia's voice is amazing, unreal. I love her version because it's like a woman perspective too. So, oh wow, I love this version. I want to know what you guys think because it's not pop music. It's Lucky. What do you think?
Actually, I think I heard the original, another one you said.
Okay,
So sorry about that.
no,
uh,
no, no
I
problem.
just uh, saw it wrong, but it's I like it because I learned to like some salsa, but with pop music because of Thalia. There are some songs like this, and I used to love on Christina's Mi Reflejo that song Cuando no es
Cuando no
Cuando
es
contigo.
no es
conmigo,
contigo.
I
Mm-hmm.
think that is very salsa and
pop
with
salsa, yes.
pop, of course. So I could feel like the that
The
reminds me
similarity.
those songs. Yes, that I love. So it was really fun to listen. I could dance. Actually, it's not something that is very common
Yeah,
for
I know.
us here in Brazil. So sometimes sound a little cheesy, I don't know, or weird, but the song was growing with me when I was listening.
Oh,
I
okay,
I
okay.
start imagining myself dancing in Colombia. Ay ay ay. So I like it. I like, but now I gotta listen to this girl because I only heard to the original. Sorry.
No, no problem. What do you think, Mariel?
I knew the song. I think I've heard it before because in here salsa is very popular. So
Yeah.
I think I've heard it at some party or somewhere. And I like this version. I'm not so much into salsa. I only like, like Bel Perez when she does salsa, or like Luquitas mentioned, Thalia. So it's not like I play it all day. But when
Yeah.
I do, it's like, okay, I like it. And this one was really fun to listen to. And I could sense a little bit of why you like it. So I like it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay.
Salsa.
Salsa, yes. Latin flavor.
It's
Latin
good.
flavor. Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Okay, the second topic today is a song that has been covered too many times and you love all the versions of it. This is not just I love one. No, I love all the versions I've heard. For
Yes.
this topic, I chose Woman in Love, which has been covered by too many singers. I know the original one, I think, is Barbara Streisand, but it has been covered by Young Divas, Liz McLaren, Sophia Rosen, a lot of singers, and I think it's all versions have something I love. So for me, I cannot choose one. I think I heard the first song, the, the first version I heard of it
The
was Young
original.
Divas.
Okay, okay.
Yes, but then I heard the others, and I love that. So I think all versions are cool. I know Barbara Streisand has a huge voice too, but the versions of the other girls have turned out to be really good too. And I don't know, what do you guys think? If you guys like some, just one version, or have you heard other versions and you like it? What do you think, Mao?
I had the opportunity to listen to the other versions. It's a pretty amazing, romantic, uh, timeless song.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, Barbara Streisand version is like untouchable in a way. I was listening to John Diva's version even when I love Jessica Maboy that was part of this group, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, the version
Yeah,
of Young Divas was not Jessica
with
Malboy's. It was the
okay,
first.
maybe
It was with Ricky Lee.
okay,
Before.
maybe that was the reason I was not enjoying so much the version. Is
Okay.
for me less was it is like an untouchable song. You know, it is
Hmm.
good. The John Divas version and the other versions are good, but Barbara Streisand has something like it's like
Yeah.
untouchable. Like I will always love you, for example. That this kind of songs that are huge and powerful. So yes, but I like it. Like I'm not saying like John Divas or the other versions are bad,
Hmm.
but the original one is amazing.
Okay, it's okay. And you, Luki?
Yeah. First, I want to say hi to Adrian. Thanks for the comments here. Uh, yeah. The It's a surprise maybe for you guys, but I wasn't familiar with that song by Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
When I played her version, I was always the Liz song. I knew more with the Liz by Atomic Kitten version.
Hmm.
I never thought it was a cover, to be honest. Uh, so I decided to listen to Barbara, and it was really surprising because when I read like Barbara Streisand, I was like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
probably not gonna like it. It's gonna be like very old fashioned for me, but surprisingly, I love it. I think is not only a great song, but is so pop, like the melody. I think that's why people is still covering, because
Mm-hmm.
the melody is gonna be pop like forever. Doesn't matter the type of music you record, the version you record. If you can make like a really dance or nowadays pop or Y2K, you would fit because the melody is really pop for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like it. I think it's a strong song. I gotta listen more. And it was a surprise for me that I wasn't aware of this version, the original one. I love when I discover things that I are kind of obvious, and for some reason it escapes
Yeah.
for us, so it was good. This was definitely a yes for me today, like something to discover.
Great. Sure.
Chimba.
Great. Chip.
Qué chimba.
Or like we say here, chido in Mexico.
Chido.
Chido de puta madre también.
Okay, Luquitas. Now, what is your choice for this?
Oh, my choice is Flashdance What a Feeling
Mm-hmm.
by Irene Cara, and I love all the versions. And guys, because of this, I discovered that exist like a lot of more versions, like more than 60 versions,
Yeah, it's
because
crazy.
I found in Chinese, Japanese, like all the language, and I was listening, and even in Chinese, like in Mandarin, I love
Mm-hmm.
it. Like, and I understand why. It's because of the melody. uh, the chorus is so um, powerful and so catchy, and I love the synths, like bam, 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 of the
Mm-hmm.
song.
Mm-hmm.
So any version with that already have me, but I listen a lot to the original. I love the version that DJ Bobo recorded in 2001 with Irene herself. Is very pop, very part of that era in music. We had a Portuguese version with Sandy Jr. that I love too. There was a very popular club version here in Brazil with Global DJs in 2004 that was on the radio all the time, and I love it. Agnes, Young Divas, and even a slow version that was on the X Factor. I don't remember the season, but was a girl named Lauren Platt. She sang
Mhm.
this in a slow version only with piano, and it's so beautiful. So I think the song is very well produced and written, and like pop. There's no other word for this. And I think if you play any version of this, I'm gonna be crazy forever. I really love this song. I play every Saturday in the club I work, and it's something that I play for myself. I don't care about anyone else on the floor in that moment. I just close my eyes and I dance to myself.
That's
So I love
cool.
that song. Yes. What about you guys? Mal, do you like this song? Oh,
I
it's too
love the
cheesy
song.
for you.
No, I love the song. Actually, it's included in my songs that I use to run for running
Oh,
sessions. So yes, I love that song. It's amazing and has this amazing 80s flavor, you know. So I love the song. And actually, I was thinking that this is the song that is immortal. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody is singing the song again and it's good, and in 20 years it's still good, you know, like yes, I agree with you, because I was listening to the other versions and it was like, oh, every version is good, every version is fun, every
yes.
version has a different thing to offer, you know,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's really fun. So yes, I enjoy it so much because it's a really good song. You are right,
Yeah.
it was very well produced, so maybe that's the reason
Mhm.
it's good in every voice.
Yeah, and it's funny for me to think that this is very early 80s. I
Yeah.
like it's before
Mm-hmm.
Madonna, it's before Cyndi Lauper, so it's really cool to think about that because of course music was very impacted by Cindy and Madonna, but to have a girl like this
Yes.
making a great song like that, she made like fame even before that it was already catchy as
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
fuck. Sorry, the
Sometimes I
word.
wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
It's like
amazing.
fame. I'm gonna live
Yeah,
forever.
For,
forever. Yes.
the other one that it was famous, that here all along, here by myself, something like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I wonder
she had a
where
lot
I've
of
been.
great songs.
Yes, actually, that makes me think that why Irene Cara was not so big. You know, like she deserved more.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course, yeah.
For sure.
What about you,
Yeah.
Mariel? Your thoughts with that amazing
Oh,
song?
I love this song in every way. I mean, in every genre you can hear it. I think my favorite version of it would be Young Divas again. I love that group. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
about it, but I
Cool.
love the way they covered a lot of songs and made them sound more
Fresh.
mm, more fresh and more electro. I love that vibe. And I think
Hmm.
recently Cascada just covered it for her Studio 54 album, and I love the
Hmm.
version. So I think I like all the versions, and Irene Cara is always going to be, like the original. But I think people has done good work with the covers of this song. So
Yeah.
it's a yes for me.
Yay.
Uh,
Hello,
now what?
our friend, other friend here, Mariel.
Uh, oh, it's Norman. Oh, hello,
Yes.
Norman. He says "Flashdance" by Global DJs. Yeah,
Global
I know.
GJs.
Yeah, that
Is the
song has
club
been covered
version that
too.
I mentioned. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Mao, what was your choice for this topic? Mm.
Okay, I think this song is so well produced too that every version is good. It's Shania Twain's "You're Still the One." It's a song that I really love, that I enjoy so much. The lyrics are beautiful, are very romantic. Uh, Her version for me is also untouchable, but at the same time, listening to the other versions are amazing too. Like actually, the versions are more live
Mm.
performances. Kelly Clarkson, Prince, even Harry Styles, Teddy Swims. That right now I'm obsessed with that man. So yes, every version has something to offer. To what do you think, guys? Mariel, that I know you love, Shania.
Well, I love Shania. She's my girl, and I can't. I just love Shania's version.
Okay.
I grew up listening to that song, so for me it's a little
Mhm.
difficult listening to other singers doing this. I know that the song is beautiful, the
Yeah.
lyrics. I mean, it. has a lot to offer. This song. But in my opinion, I stay with Shania's.
Perfect. What do you think,
Yeah.
friend?
Uh, I'm not so familiar with the other versions, but I think I agree in the sense of the song is good that can doesn't matter for me that is Shania or someone else, and it, that's why I heard the song in weddings so much in my life in
Okay.
in the
You,
2000s
I think you're getting confused, Luquitas. The
with from
song
this moment.
that everybody plays in weddings by Shania is from this moment on.
Oh yeah, too. But
Yeah.
I think I heard both, and I think it works because it's romantic and
Yeah,
everything. Yeah,
it
you
works.
know.
Yeah.
So I think is one of those songs that again was very well written and everything.
Yes.
So if you put some emotion, you have some voice, maybe it's gonna work. But I gotta listen to the other versions more because for the ones you mentioned, I still think that Shania is the best. But I don't think the others are like far from making justice. I don't know if you understand me.
Yes, yes, yes. Because they're good singers, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I want to say is that the song is great. So I think it's beyond Shania for me. This in this case.
Yes.
Uh, Adrian says, I think Pablo Montero sings this in Spanish. I don't know, Adrian. I'm gonna have to check because I have never heard of it in
Good
Spanish.
information. I didn't know either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're Still the One is more like a renewing your vows song. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Like, you're
yeah.
still the one, you're still here, darling. Yeah.
But we gotta remember that here in Brazil, a lot of people doesn't know English. So there was like my cousin's wedding, and she played "Someone Like You" by Adele to enter to the party. So can you imagine? So this one is not that crazy to have in a wedding.
No, 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 no.
No, no, not
I
at all.
always think more that people choose this from this moment on, like
Oh,
every
of
day
course,
all
it's
the
like
time.
on the top.
The
Yes, yes.
perfect
Yeah.
song, yes.
Okay, let's move on with a song that I only like the original version of it. And for this, I'm gonna go back to the 80s because I chose Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. This song has been covered by a lot of singers, including Miley Cyrus, Jamie Lee Hoffman, Triple Image. I can mention you a lot more, but Cyndi Lauper's version is like the one. I only like that version. I don't know much about Cindy's work. I'm only familiar with a few songs, but this one in particular has always put me in a good mood. And this version by her, like the original, is like my top. I mean, I could, like I could like a couple of, sounds in the
Hmm.
covers, but I only like Cyndi Lauper's in this case. What about you, Luquitas? What do you think about this one?
Well, this song is iconic. I don't think I will never get over this song. Like I can listen forever, and it's still fresh and good and powerful. I love that song. And to be honest, this song was almost my choice for this topic too. Yes, as well. But I remember that I love the version only of the song also because it's very different. Is very slower version, and it's a guy singing. So sounded different, sounded beautiful to me. So I remember now I love that version too. So but that's it. I think it's like Cyndi Lauper, iconic. That version is way too different, so it touches me in a way. But the others are always too, I don't know, childish. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it
All the
sounds
other
childish.
versions, yes,
Mhm.
like kids trying to have a fun moment in the album and everything. And Cindy, even when it's the same song, is kind of rebellious. Is something.
Yes.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's different. It's edgy. It's not childish at all. So I understand you, but I have this Glee version on my side too.
Yeah. I've heard this song, with Triple Image. They were like 12, 13
Yeah.
years old when they recorded
Mhm.
this song with Britney Spears' sister, Jamie Lynn.
Yeah.
And I heard like they are singing a song that is more about I come home in the morning light at 12 years old. Like, no, doesn't make sense, right? So
Yeah.
for me, it's like you say, they make it sound childish, but at the same time, when Cindy sings it, it's like I'm leaving my childhood behind. I'm becoming a more independent woman,
Yeah.
and so I feel it that way. What do you think, Mausi Mumu?
I think the powerful behind the song is that Cindy was the performer of that song. Like she was actually the name of the album is called like Rebellious Girl or something.
No, she's so unusual. Yes.
So she's so unusual. Yes, she is so unusual.
Yeah.
And she
It's
was,
just
and she
the
still is.
definition. Yes, it's the definition of her personality. Even when she was so compared to Madonna in that moment, I think she was one of a kind. She was like a rebel girl trying to show the world like a different perspective of life. So I think this song fits perfect in her voice. Like
Yeah.
it's not only a song; it's a message that she wanted to give in that moment. It's like She Works Hard for the Money by Donna Summer. It's incredible and it's amazing because she was singing the song. So yeah, I agree. Actually, I remember very well the Miley Cyrus version, and I was like, oh, in that moment when she recorded, it was like, oh no, maybe I think she's good now, but in that moment, I couldn't stand her so much. So yes, the other versions, I don't know, the other version maybe fall in comparison to the original one.
Yeah.
So we stick with Cindy and Glee.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your choice, Lucas? Your favorite, the original song you like?
Well, this is more 90s. Is Ginny Bottle by Christina Aguilera. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
well, first of all, I love this song. It's my favorite song from the 90s. It's like 1999 and it won for me like the best in the decade because I love the song. I think um is kind of mysterious and kind of mystical, just to say to a boy, you are not fucking me tonight, you know. So it's genius in a way. It's like you have all this amazing song, all amazing production, just to say not
Not
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
tonight.
Yeah, so I love, and there's some versions around. Most of them are those dance versions in compilations, that it's with a random singer, but
Mm-hmm.
that is never good. uh but officially we had Speedway, that is a pop rock band that made this version that I don't hate, to be honest, but we cannot compare.
Yeah.
And we had a girl called Alisa Misuki.
Isabella.
Yeah, and it's the same as Japanese, the girl Japanese.
No, this one is Liz Abella. I think she did a lot of covers, and that one is not good.
No, it's not the
That's the one
same.
I
It's
remember. Uh,
Alisa Misuki. I think
okay.
she's Japanese, and it's funny because she recorded with other name. The song is Potion or something. I don't remember, but it's Jini Nabaro in
Okay.
Japanese, and she used the remix version of Genio Atrapado. Is the instrumental is,
Mm.
so I
Oh.
kind of like it because I really love that remix, and that is very dance by Pablo Flores. Is really cool, but I don't like her version that much. And what annoys me the most is Dove Cameron. That is a girl that used to be on Disney. She recorded that song like very recently, I think 2019 or something, and it was kind of popular with the teenagers in that moment and kids. And there's a lot of comments in her video like saying, I had no idea this is why by Christina. Oh, I rather Dove over Christina.
Come on!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
So
kill myself.
no, that hurted my heart a lot and made me hate that version with all my heart. Like, come on, Christina
I
is
know.
iconic. You cannot compare. So Ginny Navarro for me is iconic, amazing song. Don't touch it. It's art.
I agree.
Yeah. Mariel,
I,
please. You
yes, I
first.
totally agree. You know, I love Christina, and I grew up listening to Genie in a Bottle. So for me, it's like this is the original. Please don't cover the song. I mean, even though I have listened to good covers, like you mentioned, Speedwagon, but they don't reach, that high point where they can
Yeah.
even fill Christina's shoes. So that song was made for Christina. I know it was first originally recorded by Angela Villa,
Yeah, I
um,
heard about that, but
Oh, okay.
and
I didn't know that.
but it was never released. I
never
don't
really.
know how
Yeah.
it would have sounded. I'm still curious to know, but I don't know. I think I will stay with Christina for sure. And you, Mau.
Yeah.
We grew up listening to Christina Aguilera's version, so that's the reason we love it so much. I think this song is pop perfection. This song includes a lot of elements that made the song amazing. The voice, of
Hmm.
course, Christina's voice and Christina's young voice. The melody behind the song is like pop, R&B, like this kind of flavor, even Latin flavor. So I love the song. But in the other hand, now that I listen, that I'm adult, I listen to the song. It's like funny, like you gotta rub me.
Nasty.
Oh, I'm saying no, but at the same time, you gotta rub me in the right way.
Gotta rub
So
me there
it's
right away.
it's a
Yeah.
teenager singing like why it's disgusting. But yeah, it's like I remember an interview when she says something like you gotta treat me the right way is the real meaning. So okay, why you use the song rob, because it's like
On
funny.
Radio Disney, you was treating me the right way, the version.
Yes,
But
okay.
is
Oh,
Rob friend because of the length
Yes,
of
because of the
the no?
Jenny. Yes, I
Yes, yes.
understand. Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
gotta
because you
rub
have
it.
to
It
rub
comes out.
you have to rub the lamp.
Yes,
What is the
yes. So
name?
the
Yes,
genie
Yeah.
yes.
will
I
appear
under
to you.
for the genie to appear. Yes, I
Yeah.
understand the message behind, but at the same time, it's funny because she's saying no. I'm not gonna do it tonight, but at the same time, you gotta rob me, so it's funny. I understand, of
Ma-
course, but it's a classic, and I love it.
Mau, you cannot talk about dirty words when you chose that song, Ven, Devórame Otra Vez, and it says, I wet my blankets, my white blankets, just thinking of you. And I'm like,
Yes,
what the hell?
but
So
but it's an adult, Mariel. It was not a
I know, I
teenager.
know, I know, I know, I know, I
Christina
know.
was a teenager.
But it's
Yes,
still like,
I don't have any problem with this kind of lyrics, but I was trying to say like it was a teenager singing like that, you know?
yes. Yeah. Yeah. I know. And
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
is the song you love the original version of it, Mousy Momo?
Okay, it's the queen of Tex-Mex, Miss Selena Quintanilla, and I love this song because she was trying to make this crossover in that moment. Is I Could Fall in Love. I think the version is beautiful. Actually, I don't hate the other versions, but for me, the winner, of course, always is Selena's original version. It's a beautiful song. I think she had all the potential to be a superstar in the pop world, like Mariah or I don't know, like the other girls in that moment, you know, in the 90s, like
Mhm.
Celine or something like that, because she had a beautiful, amazing voice. She was stunning, and she was like in this both worlds, you know, like the Mexican music, and at the same time she was in the pop music. She was trying to make this crossover, and she was starting to create an image. So I think it's amazing. The J-Lo's version is not bad, but of course, when I'm a fan of New Soul. Adrian Ballon made from 3LW made a version for one episode of the show, this talk show that she is part
The
of,
real.
The
Mhm.
Real. Yes, and it's not bad, but Selena is the winner for me. What do you think, guys? Lucky.
Yeah, I think for me, Selena was not popular here in Brazil, so the whole story of the movie overshadow her music for me
Okay.
for a while. So this song is one of the few that I kind of know, but is not something that if you ask me to sing right now, I just can't, you know. But when I listen, is something that my brain reminds. So I don't have how to really compare with the other versions, but for the ones that I heard, of course, her voice is like very more mature and strong and confident singing, and the other ones really sounds like a tribute, like not
Tribute, yeah.
could not be like
Mhm.
a single by the other artist, like a real cover that they release as a single, like if no one ever recorded before, so sounds like a tribute to me. So I can imagine that her version probably is the only one that matters. And maybe she's an
Mhm.
artist for me to discover more, of course,
Oh
because
yeah.
I don't know much about her. I think I heard some album by her, like working or something, so I was not really paying attention to that. So
Mhm.
I got to discover more about her.
Great. What do you think, mi Mariel?
Well, I like Selena's music, but more when it's the techno cumbia, more dancey, more catchable. Like como la flor and baila este ritmo. So I'm more into this
This Tejano
catchy
Tex-Mex. Yes.
danceable songs. So this one I knew it just like a little. I think I'm not really sure that it was also covered by Ali Brooke or she sang it at the Miss
She sang it,
Universe
I think. Yes, yes,
competition.
yes.
I think it was this song. Um, and
Actually, I think it was a tribute with other reggaeton girls like Gracie and Nati Natasha. She sang it in that
mm,
moment. Ali Brooke, yeah.
Mm.
well, I remember her singing at the Miss Universe competition,
Oh, okay, okay,
but
okay.
only her. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, I think it's good Selena's cover because the other ones, like Luquitas just mentioned, sound more like a tribute. So it's cool, but that's not my kind of music I like by Selena. So I prefer more,
Oh, okay, okay.
the cumbia thing. So, but
Yeah.
it's a beautiful song. Uh, Adrian is saying Gloria Stefan also sang "I Could Fall in Love" at Selena's 10th anniversary.
Oh, okay, okay,
Oh,
okay,
I would
okay.
love to
Yes.
hear that.
Always is like a tribute. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have other comments like Norman says, "I Feel Love" from Donna Summer, the cast of Riverdale, and Sam Smith. I love those covers. I think I've heard it, yeah, by several of them. Speaking Black and White, I don't know who you are, but welcome.
Welcome.
Says, speaking
Hello.
of Christina, What a Girl Wants is actually a cover. Is
Yes.
it? I didn't know. Who sings the original? I have no idea.
Is a Ophélie Winter. Is a French girl.
Uh,
Oh, that's very good information.
Yeah. I
hmm,
th-
I,
I think we shared that on the group once. I'm not really sure,
I
but
don't
yes,
remember.
she recorded
Oh,
1998,
hmm,
and after Christina was popular, she released as a single in 2000. Uh,
oh, okay,
also,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, Ophelia Winter. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
yes.
Um, okay, so let's move on. Next, a song that has been covered in your language and that you obviously like. So, for me, I never remember the name of the original. Voyage Voyage by Desireless. I think it's French. Um, and it was covered by boy band Magneto here in Mexico, late 80s, early 90s. I love this song, Vuela Vuela. It's,
Vuela,
like
vuela.
Vuela Vuela. Like that. So it's like free yourself, um, just be you, don't hold up. So it's like a really cool way. I have listened to the original song in French, but I'm not really into the lyrics because I don't speak French first, and second, I don't know if it means the same, if the lyrics mean the same in French and Spanish. So, but the Spanish version is great. It's so danceable. It's so catchy. Every time I've been to a Magneto concert, they always close with this song because it's so like the one that hit the most here in Mexico was like a huge hit.
Mm.
So everybody when they start singing, like, yeah, because everybody loves Vuela Vuela. And I want to know, what do you guys think? Mausi Mumu?
It's a classic, Mariel. Actually, here was so popular too. I think it's from the 90s or
It's
very
early
yes.
90s, yes.
Early,
Yes, early
yes.
90s. Yes, because I remember the song when I was a little kid. And I think it's amazing. And today I was listening to the original version because I didn't know it was a cover. And I knew it was a cover, but I didn't know like the original. I never heard of it. And it was like, oh, the original is also cool, you know? So,
Mhm.
yes, but
It is.
Magneto for Latin America market is like classic. It's amazing. I have a friend that loved Magneto and introduced me a little in their music. And yes, Vuela
Oh,
Vuela
that's
is a
great.
classic. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They actually they visited Colombia so many times, and even not only Bogota, they visited Barranquilla, Medellin, Cali, a lot of different cities here in Colombia. So yes, they are good, and this song is timeless. You know, like it's the
Yes.
song that reminds me of my childhood. And when I listen to that song, it's like, oh, vuela, vuela. It's good.
Yeah. No,
Actually,
it's so
I
good.
was remembering that it was played in my prom party. I don't know why, because it was not from the moment. It was not, but I remember it was played in because
Um,
I think because of the message behind the
the
song.
message of the song, like,
Yes,
go,
yes,
fly, and
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have to
Do your
carry anything,
life.
just go with the flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I understand the meaning
Yeah.
behind this moment because when I was listening to that song in that moment, I was like, why? This song is not even from our time, you know? But yes, now I remember why.
Yeah, it's really good. And Magneto was huge in Latin America. So
In Latin America,
now I want to
yes.
know, Luquitas, what are your thoughts, darling?
Because it's a
Uh,
boy band. I'm curious
oh
about
It's a boy band,
Lucas.
yes,
yes.
it's a boy band. Well, the here in Brazil, the original version is very popular. Like if you go to a 80s party, including the place that I work, you're gonna listen to Madonna, all the classics from the 80s, and this song is gonna be there, like the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't believe the Spanish version was released here, so I discovered it like recently when I was checking the boy bands from Mexico and the Latin countries. Early 90s is tricky for me. You guys know it. This
We
song is
know.
from
Yeah.
1991, and it's something I can appreciate by being a boy band because I love this universe to see how it evolved to the boy bands that I love later. So it's something I can appreciate, but all the early 90s stuff sounds weird to me. Like, although that moment with Menudo and even a little bit with New Kids on the Block that took me a while to like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's like weird. We had here in Brazil too, Polegar, Dominó, and it's very similar to Magneto and the Mexican boy bands from the early 90s. And I'm not crazy about any of those. I just appreciate it for the story, because boy bands are something that I really I'm really passionate about, like the whole
We
story, how
know.
that happened, how it's still a thing, and probably is gonna be forever. I think the boy bands. So yeah, it's curious for me, but not my favorite.
Okay, okay, we get it, we get it. Adrian says, early 90s, Vuela Vuela, such a jam. Yes, darling. I went to see their movie at the theater, Cambiando el Destino. Oh my God, I remember they did a movie. It
Oh,
was so
wow.
bad. It was so bad. I know. Okay. Luquitas, your choice as for the song covered in your language.
Yeah, this one is not a song that I'm crazy about, but I thought it would be curious to mention. That is a song called Se Quiser. The singer is Tânia Mara, and is a Portuguese version of Anytime by Kelly Clarkson. Anytime is a song that was part of the first album of Kelly, Thankful.
Mhm.
Uh, this song was supposed to be a single for Kelly Clarkson, but for some reason they changed and canceled. She sang live on American Idol, I think 2003 or 2004, to promote, but it turned out not to be a single after all. if I'm not wrong, I think it was part of the movie she did too. Maybe that's why they had plans for this song to be a single, but the movie was a flop. So that's probably why they canceled. And here in Brazil, surprisingly, Kelly Clarkson uh, became huge only in 2006. And in that moment, 2006, this girl, Tanya Mara, that was a singer for years, but with zero hits here in
Mm-hmm.
Brazil. She was always around, always on television, but zero hits on the radio. And suddenly she record this Portuguese version of Kelly Clarkson, and she explodes.
Wow.
And yeah, and she went number one. Actually, was one of the most played songs on that year. Was part of a telenovela soundtrack, the biggest telenovela on that year. So she had a moment with that song, and if you sing now, anyone will sing along with you here in Brazil. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
knows that song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really curious to me, and because of that, Anytime by Kelly Clarkson was played a little bit on the radio as well, and they released the Thankful album by Kelly Clarkson in that moment here because
Oh.
it
Mm-hmm.
was not released before. So it was released in 2006. I think it was released in 2003, but with no promotion, and they re-released because of that on 2006. So it was easy to find Thankful on the stars in 2006
Mm-hmm.
because of that song. So it's very curious for me. I don't know if you guys were familiar with Kelly's version, but uh, what do you guys think? Starting with Mao, that I'm not sure if he was familiar.
Yeah, in a way, friend. Actually, I'm loving this story about the girl,
Yeah,
because you don't know when a song is a hit for you.
yeah,
And
yeah,
even it was not a hit for the original singer, but it was a hit for another singer. So the story, I was loving the story, Lo. Okay, it's amazing for the girl.
yes.
So yes, talking about the cover, I think she made justice because her
Mm-hmm.
voice is also powerful. I remember the song from the album because this is a song that I like in a way because it's very powerful.
Yeah,
And I remember when I listened to this debut by Kelly Clarkson, I was thinking like, okay, they were trying to put her in different kind of markets. Like, okay, she can be an R&B singer, she can be a country singer, she can be a huge
that's
diva,
wrong.
she can be
Yes.
a lot of
Yeah.
things. They
Mm-hmm.
were trying to take advantage of this talent of Kelly to make a lot of things to introduce her in different markets,
Yeah,
for people to like. So I think the song is amazing, but I think that I love the story behind the Portuguese version.
yeah,
Good
that's
for the
why I
girl.
chose.
Good
Yes,
good for Tanya.
Tanya Mara. Yeah, good for
Tanya,
her.
yes, good for her. Yeah,
I'm
very
happy
good.
she had that moment because was the only one actually.
Oh yeah, like a
Never
multiple.
happen
Okay,
again. Yes.
yes,
What
but
about
good
you,
choice for
Mariel?
her.
The story sounds a little similar to Sabrina Carpenter, that she released music back in the
Yeah,
days, and none of her songs were as popular as when she released Espresso. So
yeah,
good. I love this album by Kelly Clarkson. Thankful. I think I only like her first two albums. The others are not my kind of music, but I respect her, and I think she has a wonderful voice. And this song, Anytime, is really hard to sing. I mean,
yeah,
really, really hard because the vocals, the power it requires is like too big. And this girl Tanya did a great job. I love this version. I have never heard of it, and I think it was a great decision to cover this song, especially when you have a voice as powerful.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
I liked it. I liked it, and I'm gonna listen to more of her work. That's for sure.
Yeah,
And this song, Anytime, should have been released as a single by Kelly Clarkson.
I
You
agree.
know, instead of Low. Yes, thank you. Bye. Okay. But that's it. So I liked it, Luquitas. And now,
Mm.
Mausi Mumu, the song you chose covered in your language, which is my language too.
It's funny because I decided not to select something that I love. Actually, it's a version that I don't know if I love or hate. It's Yo Vivo en Ti by Mónica Naranjo. I decided to choose it because it is original by our girl Rachel Lampa. So it's crazy because you can imagine that this Monica, this woman, that it's incredible talented, but decided to take a song, CCM religious song, and suddenly she put that song like in a sexual
Yeah,
sense,
what
in a
the hell?
way. Yeah, what the hell? What are you trying with that song? I was thinking the other day, mi Mariel, that I forgot to ask Rachel the day that you interviewed her about
Yeah.
this version,
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
it was so funny. And actually there are a lot of comments in the Monica's videos, like Joey Wenti, and actually she made also a version from the original, like in English, for her
Mm,
album in English. And a lot of people is saying like, oh, I love this song because Monica wrote it. And I was like, no, it's original by Rachel Lampa. It was written by Chris Rodriguez and Chris Eaton, so it was the debut of Rachel Lampa. So for the Christian community and for the Christian world was so important because it was her debut. So it irks me in a way because it was like, okay, girl, I think you are amazing, incredibly talented, but at the same time, it's like, okay, don't touch that song.
I know.
So it was funny for me listening to that song. I want to know your opinions, guys, and the opinions of the audience too. So Mariel, what do you think about this version? Because
Uh,
I know that you love our girl Rachel.
I love Rachel, and I always have like different ideas about Monica Naranjo. It's like I like some of her songs, but I hate other of her songs, so I can never agree on her. I really like her album when she sings, where she sings, "Oh, nene, si
Sobreviviré.
pienso en ti, me vuelvo." Uh, uh, where she has like half black,
Half
half
black and half
blonde.
white.
Uh,
Yes.
is I can
Sobreviviré is not,
no no
but
no
the song.
no. Oh, nene, si pienso en ti, me vuelvo loca, ya no puedo parar. Solo se
I
vive
can't
una
remember
vez.
the name. Solo se vive
Solo
una
se
vez.
vive
Solo se
una
vive
vez.
una
Yes,
vez.
I love this song. I really love it. And her song, Huye, sube, el amor coloca. Yes,
Hmm.
I like that song. But when it comes to the rest of her albums, I'm not really familiar, and I don't like that she made this song sexually, aimed. So because I love Rachel, and you know how Rachel is saying, "I live for you, Jesus," and no, like "Vivo por ti," for you to bang me. So
No.
it's like a little different. So for me,
Yes.
it's a no for this because I adore Rachel, and I can take anyone doing that to the song. So
Yes, yes,
yeah,
I agree. And actually, I want to add that even when Monica has an amazing voice, I think she does it so much in the version,
mhm.
because Rachel voice is powerful, and Monica is powerful too. But when you are trying to be over the other version, like to stand is like, oh, it's too much because Rachel version is powerful, and Monica
Mhm.
is trying to make it like in another level, and I think it doesn't work. What do you
No.
think, Fran?
I didn't pay attention on the lyrics, so now that you guys are mentioned, I'm kind of okay. Because I was paying attention to the production to see if it was very similar, and actually, in my opinion, is very similar the production. But that version of this woman annoyed me so much because there was in a point of the song that I was thinking she's about to explode for sure. Like, was
She
not
always
good
pushes
to,
her voice. I don't know
yes,
what she does with her voice. Yeah.
was not
Yes.
good to listen, was not sounding comfortable, was a,
Yeah.
was she screaming, the girl screaming.
She's screaming. Yeah.
Yes, and I was listening to other songs by her from the same album, and they all started kind of cool, kind of pop, but I
Suddenly.
just can't with her voice. It's like she wanted to be a great vocalist and everything, but sounds pushed. She's pushing too much, and
Mm-hmm.
I hated that one. Sorry, and which helps a little bit my thing with Rachel, because I heard her version, and after that sounded like angels in the heaven. I was like, oh, this is good. This girl is good. This version is good. Everything is good because I
It
hate that
is.
Noranjo girl. Noranjo, Monica Noranjo, Naranja.
Yeah.
What's her name?
What?
What's her name? Monica
Monica
Noranjo.
Naranjo. Monica
Monica.
Naranjo.
Monica.
That's
Yes.
it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Monica. You are a no
I
for
always
me.
have mixed feelings with that woman.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I met her like twice, and she's really nice as a person, but her music is like I don't know
Oh,
if I.
okay, okay. Because yes, and I think she's beautiful. I think she's talented, but yes, she's pushing too much
Yeah.
sometimes.
Okay, for the next topic, I just want to say when I mention the song, you just say if you agree or not, if this song should be covered or not. Okay?
Okay.
I chose Sweet About Me by Gabriella Chilmi. This song, do you think it's good, so good that no one should cover it? Agree or not, Lucas?
I'm not against a cover because the way I started liking this song was actually a friend of mine. In the time we type on MSN, the messenger, she recorded
Mm-hmm.
her singing and sent me, and I had no idea which song that was, and I heard my friend singing that song for a long time before I listened to the original one.
Okay.
So for me, I'm not against a cover for that one. I don't think it's that untouchable.
Okay. Mao?
It's a very specific and particular voice Gabriela has. So
Mm.
I agree with you. It's a song that is very difficult to replicate, that very difficult to have a cover. You have to be very original and try not to copy the original version because her voice is very special.
Hmm. That's why I chose it.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucas, the song you
Well,
chose.
mine is Fighter by Christina Aguilera. I gotta say that I think that the only person that could sing that song well already did. That is Kelly Clarkson. And for me, that's it. No one else should touch it anymore. Even with Christina, if you watch the videos, the first videos she performed Fighter live, even her was kind of discovering how to make that song live because it's too hard to make it live. So I think she found a way to sing well, but it's not like the album because it's a hard song. So if even Christina is not there to replicate the album version, please shut
Imagine
up
other
Don't.
and
people
don't
doing
sing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Mao.
It's in this case, I think it's a personal song that give a lot of energy and strength for you. So
Yeah.
because she was dealing with a lot of things when she wrote that song,
Yeah.
so I understand the meaning behind the song, and it's a personal song for her. Like she's talking about different kind of things in her life in that moment. So that's the reason, of course, with the thing of the voice that she's singing so loud and she's singing in the way that only she can do it.
Mhm.
I think because the other singer, the other cover that I remember is Glee version with Darren
Mhm.
Criss, and even when it's good, of course he's not hitting the notes. I think, of course, because it's a male version, but at the same time it's not good. But I think it wouldn't be replicated because of that, because the personal message behind of the song, because it's a
Okay.
personal song for her. Yeah.
Yeah. Mariel.
Agree. For sure, that song shouldn't be touched because, like Mao said, it's a personal song. The power that you require to sing a song like that, it's huge, and no, not everybody has it. So I kind of agree on that you said about Kelly Clarkson because we know she has a powerful voice,
Yeah.
and she's into pop rock music, so it fits.
Yeah.
But
If it's
In a
the
way, yeah.
it fits, but definitely Christina's version shouldn't be touched. Yes.
yes.
Bye. Norman says, "Leave sweet about me alone." Yes, Normie Nunu. Normie Nunu, you got it, baby. You know that. Okay. Me and my nicknames for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. this next. I'd love to see this song
Uh, I
covered
didn't. I
by.
did not answer,
Yeah,
Mariel.
we have
Oh, I'm
another one.
sorry. I'm sorry, Mal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mal.
No,
Your
no,
choice.
no.
I'm so
No
sorry. Yes.
worries, mi Mariel. No, no worries. Oh, it's funny because Lucas selected this song, and I decided to select this song because of the almost the same reason. I Will Always
Yeah.
Love You by Whitney Houston. Yes, because
Yes.
the version of Whitney is so powerful, and every other girl or even guy is trying to replicate this. So, what do you think, guys?
Yeah.
Oh no,
No
we
one should
already
touch
said.
it
Yes,
anymore. Yes.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Agree for
already
sure.
said that Whitney Houston is, you know, uh,
Yes.
like a religious thing. Don't touch.
It
Okay.
Yes,
is.
don't touch it. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, Mal, that I.
No, no, no.
Okay, so the next one is this is a song I would love to hear covered by, and I chose a 70s song. I think it is the 70s, 80s. I don't know, by Denise Williams called Free. I adore this song. I love Denise Williams. I grew up listening to Free for a long, long time. And when I listen to this song and she does this high notes, I know that only someone like Mariah Carey could cover this song because it's so like free. So it's like the high notes can only be covered by Mariah, and that's about it. What do you guys think? Mao, did you know about this song? Did you think it would fit Mariah's voice?
Yes, it's perfect for Mariel's voice. Of course, I knew the song, Mi Mariel, and it's like a classic too. Even maybe not a huge classic, but I know what you're trying to take to say about the song because it's like that, like other 80. I think it's from the 80s, from the 70s. I
Sevens.
think it's
Yes.
from
70s, 80s,
70s,
yes.
80s. Yes, 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 yes. It's like this kind of classic that is not so known, not so popular, but it's like in our heads. And I'm craving for Mariah to have a cover album,
Hmm.
because there are a lot of songs that I want to hear in Mariah's voice. Minnie Riperton's, Dennis Williams,
Yes.
Aretha Franklin.
Hmm.
I don't know, different kind of singers that I know Mariah admires so much, and it would be amazing to have in that moment. For example, that she's well with the Christmas stuff, but at the same time she's not a huge star
Mhm.
like in the past. So maybe it's the moment to have like a duets, not a cover, sorry, a covers, and also a duets, but a
Hmm.
cover album. So it would be amazing to have this song by Dennis Williams. I agree.
Great. Lucky.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that song. I don't think I ever heard before. Actually, I checked the year that she released. I think it was 1976 because when
Mm,
I heard and when I saw the picture on the cover of the album, I thought it was from the 60s actually. Cuz
okay.
sounds very innocent and
Yeah.
kind of sweet in a way that we had a lot of songs in the 60s. Um, and I totally can imagine Mariah singing that, of course. And Mariah used to make a lot of covers like this in her past, like Open Arms and I'll Be There. I Wanna Know What Love Is. So why not? Right. So
Hmm.
I think I agree on that.
Yeah.
Great. What is the song you'd like to be sung by another singer, Luquitas?
Okay, I chose one very specific. It's a song from 2016 from a band that I like that is Jim It Ward. The song is named Sure and Certain. And the first time I heard this song, I was like, this should be a Michelle Branch song. Sounds like her songs a lot. And back in the day, I used to tweet a lot like, please release a version with Michelle Branch, a remix. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know because this song is very Michelle Branch to me. Maybe she doesn't agree anymore because it's very early 2000s Michelle, and maybe she's over that. I don't know. But every time I listen, even now, I think this is so Michelle Branch. Oh my God, I like this. So I'm pretty sure you guys never heard the song before, so I'm curious to know your thoughts, starting with Mao, please.
Yes, friend, actually was listening the song and I love the perspective behind like doing a girl doing a cover that is original by a man. So
Hmm.
yes, I agree with that. Actually, I was listening and like Michelle is this kind of pop rock and I perceive the song more rock than pop.
Hmm.
So it's even more interesting, like
Hmm.
to listen to Michelle doing these kind of things because
Yeah.
like for you it's like you know very well the whole work of Michelle, so
Yeah.
you know perfectly what fits on her voice.
Hmm.
So, but at the same time, I was thinking like, oh, maybe a duet with them, or yes, because yes, I understand. So yeah, I love this perspective to have like a girl singing a boy song
Yeah.
or the way around.
In
Yeah.
this case, the duet was my dream, actually.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. What
Perfect.
about you,
Yeah.
Mariel?
Well, I only know Jimmy Eat World because of their song "The Middle,"
The middle, yes.
which I love, and their song "Only 17."
Oh
Um,
wow.
but listening to this song that you said, I was like, yeah, it's so Lucas. And yes, it's so Michelle Branch
Yeah.
oriented. So yes, it made sense.
Hmm.
And even though I didn't know the song, I was like, okay, yeah, it could fit Michelle's voice for sure. So it's a good choice. I liked it.
Yeah.
I
Very
think
specific.
it would have been great back in the day. So
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I was glad to share something different with you guys.
Yeah.
yes. And now, Mao, the song you chose that you'd like to be covered by.
I decided to select a Mariah's song too, but like Mariah original and Leona's voice because all the time when I knew about Leona Lewis, I was like desiring so much that Leona has a cover of Mariah Carey in some of her album. So of course, when she was in X Factor, she did like I think Without You, and there is like a live version of Always Be My Baby. But I was always dreaming about like, oh, okay, this Leona needs to do a cover of other Mariah song, and of course, the song that I selected is a song that also Mariel loved, that is The Roof, because I think I don't know, guys, if you are familiar with the pre X Factor album that Leona
Mhm,
has that was
mhm,
very underrated
Yes.
and it's like very underground. This album has a lot of hip hop elements, and I think this is a part of Leona that we never see again. When she was like a pop star from X Factor, they tried not to make her like only an R&B singer.
Hmm.
Instead, like, oh, okay, she's a diva, she's a pop singer, and she can do everything. So I think this part of Leona was never seen, like this hip hop vibe that she also has. So what do
mhm.
you think, guys? Mariel, that I know you love the song. I love Leona. I love Mariah.
Okay, to be honest, that's my favorite song by Mariah.
Hmm.
And I know the whole story behind that song when she had an affair with Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
And I can't now. I can't. That's a
Oh,
song
okay.
that for me can't be touched because it's so personal for Mariah. So
Okay.
it's like so hers. It's so hers. So even though I love Leona and I know she has a wonderful and beautiful voice, no, I don't see her singing that song. So
Okay.
for me, it's
Okay.
only
Okay.
a Mariah thing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, no, no. It's okay. It's okay because you are right.
It's so
What do you
personal.
think? Yes, 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 you are right. Yeah. What do you think, Luki?
Uh, I don't want to be controversial here, but maybe if Leona record that song, I would like that song because
Okay.
yeah, every time I'm hearing you
Bye.
guys talking about the roof, we mentioned this before because there's
Mhm.
the version with Brandy and everything.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I think it's too R&B for me. Too that there's not so many pop elements on that song, and in Mariah Carey, I go more to that direction, the pop thing, or the really with rappers and that more heavy hip hop stuff. So this song for me is kind of you guys gonna hate me, but it's kind of
No, no, no,
boring,
it's
I don't
okay.
know. So maybe with
Okay, okay.
Leona, I would like more. So I'm gonna keep this door open to Leona Lewis.
We have an
Like
open
it.
spot here for a new
New host.
host because Lucas is leaving. So whoever wants to join us.
So
Nah,
sorry.
no, we're kidding. We're kidding. We love you, Lucky.
No, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. And always is interesting to listen to a different perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
be
of course.
honest.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
always like the same stuff. So
Yes.
that's part of this podcast that we don't always agree. So yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And my final topic is this is the worst cover I have ever heard in my life. So you guys know my favorite girl group in this world is Mexican group Jeans. I love them. I adore them. I have everything by them. But I don't know why on earth their management decided to release That's the Way I Like
Oh.
It by Casey and the Sunshine Band as a grupero cover. I mean, the first time I heard that song, I was like, what the fuck is this? Why are they ruining this popular and amazing disco song in grupero? Why would they do that? They did it in pop for their fourth album, but when they released their fifth album, which is all grupero, they did this in this
Mm,
genre. So for me, it's like, ugh, I just can't. I hate it, and I always skip it. I'm like, I can't. For me, it's a no because my dad grew up listening to Casey and the Sunshine Band, and he made me listen to them. So I grew up listening to them. So it's like, it's like so rude they dare to do that. And nowadays that they are interviewed and people say, well, why did you cover that? And they are like, I don't know, we don't like this version either because they made us record this.
mm.
And so they didn't have a choice. So anyway, but I want to know if you guys heard it and what did you think, Lucky?
I hate it, of course.
Of course.
No, it's really bad. Yes. First of all, that type of music is very regional, like for is very Mexican, I
Hmm.
believe.
Hmm.
So for me, it's a challenge actually to train my ears to listen to regional music from not from only your country but everywhere because sounds too different sometimes. But talking about this version and knowing so well the original one, you can tell that is bad, right?
Of
Yeah,
course.
so it was a mistake for sure. I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, hate it. And Mao, what did you think?
Yes, this is the case where the labels is trying to do something epic or something like that, and it ended to be like a disaster.
An epic fail.
Yes,
Yes.
like yes, maybe. Oh, okay, this song was amazing. It was like a super classic, and we're trying to have something iconic and fresh and for the new generation, and you ended have a horrible thing, you know. So I don't hate the song so much because I don't know the song as you, me Mariel. So for me was like I remember that you mentioned this before, and I was listening to the song and okay, it's bad.
It's
Maybe it's
terrible.
not. Yes, maybe it's not the anger inside of me like you because I understand the because it's your favorite. Because this song you grew up listening to this song and it's your favorite girl group, so I know your feelings inside of you. It's bad for sure. It's not a good. It was not a good idea.
No, no, for sure. And I'm always gonna hate that version.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lucas, what is the worst song you have ever heard as a cover?
Oh yeah. I again like Mariel. I don't hate the artist. Actually, I really like her. That is Myra. But she record Dancing in the Street. That is a song from the '60s, original by Martha and the
Bandelas, Marta and Bandelas.
Vandellas. Yes, thank you. And the original one is so sweet. The girl sings so well. It's so catchy, so funny, so danceable. And a lot of people actually re-record the song,
Hmm.
like others we mentioned here. I don't think I like any version, but the Myra's version, I just can't like. I hate that version. It used to be around me when I was a kid because I used to love cartoon that was called here was Hora do Recreio. I think it's recess
Yes,
out.
it's
Yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and
In
this was
Spanish was like hora, la hora del recreo,
La,
something
yeah.
like that.
ajá, exacto, Mau, exacto. Yes.
I used to
Mm-hmm.
love that, and this version of Myra is part of the soundtrack of the movie. So on the DVD and things, we had the music video. Oh my God, it's bad. It's like, girl, why you are trying so hard? Calm down. She screams like very loud. It's like the other girl we mentioned, Monica. It's like where this is going. Like she's going up, 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 and in a point sounds like she's gonna explode or something. So no, no. I think she starts very high in this song. Shouldn't be that way, in my opinion. Is not good for the ears. What do you guys think, Mariel?
No, I don't. I don't like it either. I love Myra, and I had the chance to interview her,
Yeah,
and she was very sweet. But God, I don't like this version either. I think I like even better by Atomic Hitting. I think
yeah.
they recorded it. I think it's better than Myra's. So yeah, it's a no for me too. I think she screams a lot, like you said, like what music playing and people saying. So like no. So
Please,
yeah,
yes.
I
Girl,
I
what are you
agree with
doing?
you.
Yes, there's a version by Nick Webster, Australian girl,
Yes.
that
Mm-hmm.
that is not good, but is still very much better than Myra's version.
Then Myra's. Yeah,
Yes.
I
What
know.
about you, Mo?
What?
Well, I don't think the version is so bad. To be honest, it's not like so good. But I was thinking that maybe it was not her fault, and the arrangement was like not in the key for her, because
Yeah.
I was remembering the story behind the Lucero's version of Reflection, Mi Reflejo,
Mm,
by Christina
Mm,
Aguilera. So she mentioned in an interview that the original song was never adapted to her voice. So she was trying so hard to hit the notes
mhm.
of Christina. So now I think maybe the arrangement and all the keys in the song were not adapted to Myra's voice. So
Yeah.
for her, because she was maybe trying, because I was listening to the song and I remember she made like a ranchera or something like that. Mariel, she has like this kind
uh,
of album that it was.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yes,
Her
and
first.
I
Mhm.
was listening to this song dancing in the street, and in some parts she's singing like that, like in this tone that is very ranchero, very Mexican. And I was like, what is she singing like that? So maybe she was not comfortable with the song.
No,
Actually,
no.
we can
To be fair
always
with her,
blame
yeah.
the producers, yes, because
Yes,
there's
yes,
people
the
all around
production
that
is
gotta
wrong.
realize it's not good and do something or
Yes,
not release
poor
what.
Mayra, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I think that's the worst song from her album because the rest of the songs are pretty cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, yeah. And now, Mau, what is your song for worst cover ever?
Okay, there is like a situation here, like a gossip, a lot of gossip around this girl in the Latin American. I don't know in Brazil because maybe her music is not so huge in Brazil. Neither here in Colombia. I think it's only in Mexico and in some Latin American community, in some Latin community, Mexican community in the United States. But it's around Angel Aguilar with the Nodal situation and the Casus situation. I don't know if you are familiar with this. I think Mariel is, but maybe you are not familiar with that, Lucky. Uh,
Mm,
but I think she's a good singer. I don't like her so much as a persona, but I think she has a good voice. But in this case, again with Selena, she has an album dedicated to Selena, like a tribute. But at the same time, in an interview, she commented some things about Selena that I didn't like. Like, okay, Selena was like a grown woman, and I'm a kid or something like that. Like, what are you talking about, girl? Selena was so young when she died. So I think this girl doesn't know anything when she's talking about music or everything. And now she is singing live this song that is amazing, Como la Flor. but the arrangement at the end was so annoyed. You know, she's screaming at the end. She's putting in a song that is not like that, putting some riff and runs and this kind of melisma that she's not so good at it first, and in the other hand, it's not the song to have this kind of notes. You know, so I'm not saying she's not a good singer because she is. I think she has a good voice, but please don't do Selena. You know, don't sing this song and don't sing this song trying to show the world that you are better because you are not better. You're never gonna be better than Selena. You know. So what do you think, friends? Mariel.
Okay, I hate her. Bye. That's all I can say. I don't like her as a person. I don't like her as a singer. I don't like her as anything. So for
Okay.
me, every time I see her, on the internet or in the TV, I'm like, oh, this woman again. I don't know what the fuss about her. She's, she's a horrible person. So for
Yes.
me, even daring to cover a Selena song is like, please don't do it. And I know. So anything she records is horrible for me. So it's a no in
Okay.
every way. Bye.
What do you think, Lucky? Thank you, Mariel. I agree in a way.
Well, I think I hate this girl now. I have no idea who she is, to be honest. I never heard about her. Uh,
She has a
but
fart face.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, what happened to me with this song was not even like I hate it. Is that I couldn't pay attention for some reason. I heard the song, and then when the song ended, I realized that I was like, oh, I didn't pay attention. I gotta listen again, you know? And that happened again for some reason. My brain went to
Mm.
other place. I was like, fuck, I gotta talk about this song. And for some reason, I couldn't pay really attention. So I think this is not a good thing. Is bad. Couldn't catch my attention. I remember at the ending, I was thinking another girl screaming. That could be the topic of today.
Mhm.
uh, but yeah, not good, boring. And now that you mention the things she said, I think she recorded Selena's song just because someone asked and told her that was a good idea for something, not because she really love and
And
respect
admires and respect.
her life and career. So bad. Yes, bad.
Yes, and there is a part that she says something like, "Imagine that I want to be like Selena." No, imagine that Selena wants to be me. Of course,
What?
no. In what world?
In the
In what
heaven?
world
Yes.
Selena? Yeah, in what world Selena wants to be you? You know, like crazy.
She's a distraught poor woman. So yeah,
Delusional. Yes.
delusional.
Delusional.
Yeah, so go and sing your stuff, but leave
She's very
Selena alone.
cringe, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's cringe. Yeah. Okay, so that was it about the covers for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this because it was fun, talking about different songs that had been covered. And like we have mentioned, um, we are on the last week of the month, and we're gonna talk quickly about the album of the month that we each of us chose, and you guys can listen
It's
to
like
it
a
to them,
recommendation. Yeah.
like a recommendation, and yeah, you can give us your opinion if you want to. So I want to start with Luquitas. What is your album of
Okay.
the month?
My album of the month probably is an album that everyone knows already. And I am discovering now, not because I wasn't familiar, but I didn't like back in the day. And now I re-listen and I'm enjoying that is Heidi
Montag.
Montag.
Uh-huh.
Non-talk.
Yes. Her album Superficial. Uh, she's having a moment right now where unfortunately her home was destroyed by the fires in LA. So for this reason, she gained attention, and the fans were helping her streaming her songs. So it's really cool to see that album, like 15 years later. I think it was released in 2010. Finally on the Billboard charts, some songs of
Yeah.
her in some Billboard charts as well. Like I'll Do It, the song that she's promoting now as a single after all those years, having a music video. And she's having this moment because there's a lot of story behind this album. Like she claims that Lady Gaga was the responsible of this flop. Like she made things behind the scenes to avoid Heidi to gain attention and even fighting over songs and everything. So I remember back then I heard this album and I wasn't impressed because it was a moment when we had Lady Gaga, Kesha, Katy
Mm-hmm.
Perry,
Katy Perry.
so many pop singers, and the competition was hard and the sounded weak to me. But listening now, there's so many great songs like Blackout. There's
Yeah.
great pop stuff on there. So I'm really enjoying now, and I wanted to talk about this because if you didn't uh, give a chance to this album yet, like me, maybe it's time because sounds good now. It's good.
I like it. I love it. And I love the song Look How I'm Doing. My
Mm-hmm.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should guys give it a try. Mao, what is your album of the month?
Of the month, my recommendation of the month. Okay, FKA Twigs just released an album that is like very experimental. That she is because she's like trying with different kind of genre of music. It's
Yeah.
alternative R&B, but at the same time, it's like very experimental. And she released this album that the name is so rare, you know, like it's EUSEXUA. It's my
Mm-hmm.
recommendation. She's very experimental all the time. She's experimenting with different kind of things. If you like this kind of Kate Bush, but at the same time, it's Kate Bush meets I don't know, meets Monica or Brandy or something like that. But at the same time, it's Maya. I don't know. It's like a very mixture of different kind of things because it's R&B, but at the same time, it's experimental, but at the same time, it's alternative. It's great. So it's my recommendation.
Yes.
What
Great.
about you, Mario?
You. My recommendation is an album from 2002 by Danish Zambian pop singer. She's half Zambian and Danish. Mukupa. And
Mm,
her album is Second Base. I actually shared today on my Instagram account, Mariel Talks Pop, the album, saying that I totally recommend that. There's, if you guys like bubblegum pop like I do, and that Y2K sound, you are gonna love Mukupa's Second Base, which is her second album, but it's really cool. And her song Stop Stop is my favorite, followed by another one called Something About the Boy. You guys are gonna love it if you guys are into pop music as much as I am. So
Yeah.
that's my recommendation of the month. Give these albums a try and let us know through our social media what you think of them. And just to close today, because we already have an hour and 30 minutes talking, it's
yeah.
been fun. It's been fun. Thank you all for watching and for commenting. We love you so much. Thank you for watching. Luquitas.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching, for the comments, and everything. See you next week.
Yes. Mousy Mumu.
Thank you guys. Always is a pleasure. Of course, the playlist is on the Spotify right now, so I'm gonna share it in the description below. And thank you so much, and thank you for the new members. I don't know. I saw that Mariel read a new comment from a new person, so everybody
Yes.
is welcome. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. And don't forget, this is ready, set, and pop. No quiere esto. Ya se trabó. Ahí está.